reporter Stephanie Ross joins us live at I-25 in Fillmore. And Stephanie, what's it feel like out there right now? I can only imagine.
Oh, it is so cold out here. I can't even tell you. I think my eyes are actually starting to water from how cold it is. You know how sometimes when you come out of kind of a warm area and it takes a couple minutes for this cold to really set in? It took about 5 seconds. It is really, really bone-chilling cold out here. And not too much snow, as Brandon said, but because it is so cold out here, everything that is wet is turning to ice. So that means that you're going to have to be careful on that commute. And if you can, bring something warm with you, like a blanket or anything like that, because if for some reason you get stuck out in this, it does not take long for you to pretty much freeze through and through, as I am feeling right now. Now, another thing, it's kind of fitting because it's Groundhog Day today, and I know that I'm hoping that it is extremely cloudy in Pennsylvania, because if that groundhog does not see his shadow, it might mean that we're going to have a little bit of a shorter winter, that spring might come a little bit earlier. I know I'm crossing my fingers. Again, 315-7623, and I'm getting back in that warm truck. Back to you guys.
Yeah, -5 degrees. I think you probably should for your safety right now, Steph.
Absolutely. My cheeks are freezing right now.
And Steph, you heard he didn't see a shadow, so spring is going to come a little early. I'm sure you're glad to hear that.
I heard that, and I am grinning ear to ear. You have no idea how excited I am about that. I'm a big fan of groundhogs today, let me tell you. And the reason is because it is so cold, and I can tell you that, well, spring might be coming a little bit early. It's definitely not spring-like out here. Very, very cold. You have to bundle up. I'm wearing about 18 layers. That's probably the minimum you want to be wearing right now when you're out in this stuff. But because it is so very cold, that also means that roads are going to be a little bit icy. And the snow that did fall, even with the very little bit of it, is very, very light. So if any wind picks up, this stuff just gets blown around. You know what? I actually saw somebody out here riding a motorcycle just a few minutes ago. Probably not a good idea either. He must not be feeling as cold as I am out here. But again, Brandon, did you hear that? Early spring. So let's get working on that. All right, Kim and Jeff, back to you guys.
Hi, Stephanie, you've got guts being out there all morning.
It is so cold out here. I am definitely shivering. And I've only been standing out here for maybe about 4 minutes, because this stuff gets to you quick. It just gets in your jacket, gets in every little hole, and it definitely will chill you to the bone. Now, there's not much of a problem with snow right now, but you might be able to see the little speckles of flakes that are flying. You know, I'm not even sure if that's so much flurries, but this blowing snow, the snow is so very, very light because it's so cold out here that blowing snow may be a problem when some of that wind kicks up. As far as your commute, it looks like things are moving pretty smoothly, although you do have to keep in mind that because it is so cold, everything is ice. 23, I'm sorry, I'm shivering a little bit, so having a hard time saying that, but I'm gonna head back into the warm car before my mouth freezes.
All right, we know you said before you are a fan of groundhogs today.
I am. I love those guys.
Get inside the truck.
Great.
So what can you tell us other than you've been shivering all morning long?
It has been so cold, and it's so weird because, you know, you'll take a deep breath and you just start coughing because it's just so miserable on your lungs and everything. It's so cold. So really cold. Very quickly, it'll take about 30 seconds for me to get out from the warm truck to get out here, and it's just bitter. The cold just kind of seeps into everything. You just feel cold all over the place. Now, everybody knows how I feel about the cold weather. I know you guys hear me whining about it all the time, but I ran around talking to people the other day about what they thought about this cold, and surprisingly, there's a lot of people that love this stuff. I'm hoping that Jack Frost will loosen its grip, but some people out there are loving it with this weather. Kim and Jeff?
All right.
Yeah. You mentioned you saw a guy on his motorcycle this morning?
There was somebody out here that was riding a motorcycle. I thought,
what is he, nuts?
Nuts.
It's very dangerous, I would think.
It is.
It is.
All right, go get warm, Steph.
I will. I'm so excited.